Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In the last class, we was discussing about construction of NPN and PNP transistor, biasing to an NPN and PNP transistor, and how the conventional current it will be in the individual terminals of the transistor. Correct? So if you have taken the NPN transistor, how the base current, emitter current, and collector current it will be. And if you are applying the KCL equation to that particular transistor, what is the KCL equation? This the same we was discussed with respect to PNP transistor also. Correct? Along with that, we also discussed how the carrier transport it will be happen from emitter terminal to collector terminal. Correct? So and which terminal current it will be maximum and which terminal current it will be the minimum. Correct? So how the current it will be maximum in that particular terminal and why the current is so minimum in the base terminal. Correct? So this all the things we was discussed in the last class. Correct? At the same time we also discussed, correct, so which junction have a wider width, correct, compared to JC and JE. Correct? So which depletion region having the wider width. Correct? So which type of an substrate or which type of an terminal it will be contribute more for depletion region. This all the things we was discussed. Correct? So keeping this all the knowledge of the transistor, now we will start analyzing and transistor of an application, the transistor application. Correct? The transistor application means mainly or majorly there are two applications. The one is the amplification, the second one is the switching operation. Amplification and switching operation, both applications are there in your syllabus. Very detailedly we have to discuss both the things. Correct? The first we will take the amplification of an bipolar junction transistor. Amplification of an bipolar junction transistor. Actually in this concept he is going to conclude the amplification parameter of an BJT with the help of an current notations, with the help of an current concept. Correct? So he in this concept he is taken a two type of an configuration. Correct? Out of three he is taken two type of an configuration. One is common base, the second one is the common collector, sorry, common emitter. Correct? Compared to these two configurations, which configuration it will be gives the maximum amplification? Which configuration it will gives the maximum configuration? With the, I mean, which configuration it will gives the maximum configuration? For proving this statement, what are the equations we are going to use? Using that equations we have to discuss few numerical also based on this particular concept. Okay, so anyway, for formality purpose, we will define the definition of an amplification because of already I told from the day one to till now. Correct? Before starting the discussion of any new topic, you have to give a justification to that particular title. Justification to that particular title. Correct? So here title is amplification with BJT. Amplification with BJT means what? Amplification we can do with the help of an BJT, with the help of an JFET, with the help of an MOSFET, and so on so element, so on so active element. Correct? So here we are using the bipolar junction transistor for the amplification purpose. It is clear, correct? So what is the definition of an amplification? Just in a two line, you have to define what is amplification. Amplification is the process of, correct, increasing or strengthening the input signal with respect to the current agirbodu or with respect to voltage agirbodu. Correct? Strengthening means what? Correct? The amplitude or the peak value of the current, peak value of the voltage, we are going to do the magnification compared to your input signal. Correct? So how much magnifications it will be happen? That's all depends upon the gain factor of that particular transistor, gain parameter of that particular transistor. Correct? So I will ask you one simple questions to you. Correct? So everybody studied the op-amp, operational amplifier concept in the first year in the basic electronics subject in the third module, right? Correct? So anybody, will you tell me what is the general equation for measuring the output voltage of an inverting or non-inverting? ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಸರಿ, ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇದೆ? ಅದರದ್ದು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? Inverting or non-inverting? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿ. V naught it will be equal to what? Anybody? ತಪ್ಪಾದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. I will be here. I will make a correction of that. No problem. Don't worry. Sorry, I didn't get you.
V naught is gain into voltage.
V naught it will be equal to. Your voice is not audible for me.
V naught equals gain into input voltage.
V naught it will be equal to gain into input voltage. V naught it will be equal to gain into input voltage. Yes, correct. So if you have taken the inverting amplifier, if you have taken the inverting amplifier for the amplification purpose, what is the equation? It will be V naught it will be equal to minus RF divided by R1 times of V in. If in case you have taken the non-inverting amplifier, V naught it will be equal to 1 plus RF by R1 times of V in. Correct. So here the gain for the inverting amplifier minus RF by R1. These two resistance it will be decide the gain of that particular amplifier. For the non-inverting amplifier, 1 plus RF divided by R1. This parameter, this quantity, it will decide gain of the amplifier. Correct. So how much amplification it will be happen? It purely depends upon 1 plus RF divided by R1 factor. If we are choosing RF, it will be equal to R1. Correct. For the non-inverting amplifier, what is the gain? R1 plus RF divided, 1 plus RF divided by R1. RF it will be equal to 1 kilo. R1 it will be equal to 1 kilo. Both numerator and denominator we have a same value. It will be become 1. 1 plus 1 it will be equal to 2. Gain of that particular amplifier it will be equal to 2. Means what? How much input voltage you are providing to an amplifier, it will be doubled. Correct. It will be doubled. If you are providing 1 volt peak to peak input signal, it will be amplify. Amplify means what is the amplification value over there? V naught it will be equal to 2 times of 1 volt peak to peak. 2 times of 1 volt peak to peak. Finally it will be equal to 2 volt peak to peak. That much amplification it will be happen. The same way you can change the resistance value over there. RF it will be equal to 10 kilo ohm. R1 it will be equal to 1 kilo ohm. Correct. RF it will be equal to 10 kilo. R1 will be equal to 1 kilo. 10 kilo divided by 1 kilo, it will be equal to 10. 10 plus 1, it will be 11. Correct. So there the gain factor it will be equal to 11. Correct. The same way, how much gain you wanted to get or how much final amplification you wanted to get, that amplification or that gain quantity we are going to decide with the help of R1 divided by R1, RF divided by R1 resistance. Means the two resistance we are going to vary for getting for achieving the required amount of an gain. Correct. The same way here also. Correct. If when you are starting speaking about the current amplification, the gain is depends upon the two parameter. One is alpha, the second one is the beta. Correct. The first one is the alpha, the second one is the beta. Correct. Both are current gain only. Correct. Alpha it will be come to an picture when we have taken the common base configuration. Beta it will become to an picture when we have taken the common emitter configuration. But both are current amplifications on current amplification factors only. Correct. So anybody, will you tell me what is the general formula for alpha? What is the general formula for beta? General formula. There are three currents are there. Correct. IB current means what? Current it will be flowing through the base current. That current only we are called as base terminal. That current only we are called as an IB. Correct. IC, which current it will be flowing through the emitter terminal. Collector terminal, that current only we are called as an IC, and which current it will be flowing through the emitter terminal, that current only we are called as an emitter current. There are three current variables are there. Correct. IB, IC, IE. Correct. So if you are using these three current variables, will you define what is alpha and what is beta? Alpha it will be equal to IC divided by IE. Alpha it will be equal to IC divided by IE. Beta it will be equal to IC divided by IB. Correct. So I will tell you how you can judge that current and all. Correct. So when we are discussing the configuration of an transistor, just check it out here. This is the common base configuration of an transistor, right? Gain means what? What is the general formula for the gain? What is the general formula for gain? What is the general formula for gain? Normally, it may be a voltage gain or it may be a current gain. What is the general formula?
Output by input.
Output by input, that's all, correct? So now tell me here in this configuration, which is the output current and which is the input current? In the common base configuration, which is the output current and which is the input current? Left hand side is your input port, right hand side is your output port. Emitter current is the input current, collector current is the output current, right? Easily you can distinguish in the configuration, correct? So input current is the emitter current, output current is the collector current. Because of right side is the output port, left side is the input port. In all the three configuration, the left side we will refer it as an input port, right side we will refer it as an output port, correct? The same way, what are the voltage and what are the current it will be flowing to the input port, that we called as an input current, input voltage, something like that. The same way, what are the current and what are the voltage it will be there in the output port, that we called as an output current and output voltage, something like that, correct? So here output current is IC, input current is IE, correct? If you wanted to calculate the gain factor for this configuration, alpha, it will be equal to IC divided by IE. It is clear, correct? So this is for alpha. The same way, coming to the beta, means second configuration, common emitter configuration. In the common emitter configuration, which is the output current and which is the input current? ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. In the common emitter configuration, will you identify which is the output current and which is the input current?
Output is emitter current.
Output is
Emitter current.
How it will be become emitter current? Kumar sir.
Conductor. Since base common.
Base is the input current, right?
Yes, sir.
Base is the input current and output current is the collector. Just check it out here. Output current is the collector. So obviously in this case you wanted to calculate the gain, means output divided by input, correct? Output current is IC, input current is IB. IC divided by IB, it will be gives the current amplification factor, that what we called as an beta. That what we called as an beta, correct? So in such a way that we are going to define the definition for alpha and beta, correct? Alpha, it is state that it is the ratio of collector current to emitter current. Collector current to emitter current. Beta, it is the ratio of collector current to base current. That's all, correct? The definition of alpha and beta are very simple. It is clear, correct? So now using this concept, now we will start analyzing the gain factor of an amplifier, correct? So now tell me here, correct? So here we are going to do a three assumption here, very important assumption. The first one, while as analyzing transistor as an amplifier, neglect the secondary effect. Neglect the secondary effect means, correct? So some internal capacitance, it will be come to an picture. Junction capacitance, it will be come to an picture when you are using AC signal as an supply input. AC signal as an supply input. Even that also, when AC signal will be having the low frequency, some parameter it will become to an picture. When we are choosing the high frequency signal as an input side, correct? So that time some parameter it will become to an picture, correct? So just for analyzing the amplification in the initial stage, just neglect those parameter, correct? So that parameters only we are called as a secondary effect. Secondary effect ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, junction capacitance ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, junction resistance ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, correct? So these are all the parameter we are going to neglect. We are not going to consider for analyzing this particular concept, correct? So in the fourth module we will discuss even that topic also. It will be there in your syllabus, correct? So the second one, use DC and low frequency AC signal. If you wanted to use the DC source for biasing the transistor, okay, you can use. If in case you wanted to use the AC signal for biasing your transistor, you have to choose the very low frequency signal. You have to choose the very low frequency signal. Correct. I already told, if you are choosing the very high frequency signal, you needed to take the consideration of junction capacitance and wired kind of, and that all the concept you needed to include in your discussion. Correct. So hence you have to choose the low frequency signal if in case if you are choosing the AC voltage, or if in case you are choosing the DC, no problem, just forget about the AC conditions. Correct. And the third assumption is obviously correct. So the collector junction, correct. So JE junction and JC junction is there, right? Correct. So initially for biasing to an transistor, correct, we are going to do it biasing to a transistor into an active mode. Active mode means what? JE should be become forward, JC should be become reverse. Correct. JE should be become forward, JC should be become reverse. Andre IC current ಏನು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, IC current is the reverse current or forward current when JC is become reverse bias. When we are biasing a transistor into the active mode, correct, active mode andre ಏನು, JE is become forward, JC is become reverse. JC is become reverse means correct, the collector current, it is the forward current or it is the reverse current? It's a simple question. It is a reverse current. Yes, correct. It is the reverse current. Correct. So if it is the reverse current, obviously we needed to neglect the saturating condition of that. You needed to neglect the saturating condition of that. These three assumptions you needed to keep in our mind, and we start analyzing. What is the first assumption? Secondary effect you needed to neglect. Correct. Secondary effect na neglect madbekandre I have to choose only DC source. Otherwise, if in case I have to choose the AC source, if I have to use the AC source means if I have to select the low frequency signal. This is the condition. The last one, you have to neglect the saturating condition of the collector current. You need to neglect the saturating condition of the collector current. Correct. So with the help of these three assumptions, I will start analyzing a transistor now. Correct. So now just check it out here. I have written a one equation here. IC it will be equal to B times of IEP. IC it will be equal to B times of IEP. Correct. IEP stand for whole component of the emitter current. IEP stand for whole component of the emitter current. I will repeat once again because please don't make and confuse with the notations. If you understand the meaning of the notations, easily you can understand the meaning of the equation. Correct. If you didn't get, please ask me once again to me. I will explain, no problem for me. Correct. IEP stand for whole component of the emitter current. Correct. Emitter current, there are emitter current, it will be existing due to the two component. One is the hole component, the another one is the electron component. Correct. So here anyway we have taken the PNP transistor, right? PNP, if you are choosing the PNP transistor, obviously the majority current it will be constituted due to the hole only. Due to the hole. Hence I am taken IEP. IEP stand for whole component of the emitter current. Now tell me here. Now tell me one thing here. IC it will be equal to B times of IEP. Correct. So if we are applying a KCL equation to any type of a transistor, it may be NPN transistor or it may be a PNP transistor. Correct. Which equation you got? IE it will be equal to IC plus IB. IE it will be equal to IC plus IB. IB means what? The current it will be existing in the base terminal. Correct. So obviously in the transistor construction manufacturing only we are choosing lightly doped base substrate. Lightly doped base substrate. Lightly doped base substrate means what? Correct. What the current it will be existing at the base terminal, it will be very small. Correct. I already told in most of the cases we are neglecting the IB current. In most of the cases we are neglecting the IB current because of that value is very small. Correct. It is very small. Correct. So when IB is very small, correct, your KCL equation it will be become IC it will be equal to IEP, right? Your IC it will be equal to IE. IC it will be equal to IE as per your KCL equation. Correct. But here B will be there. B stand for proportionality constant ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅದು. Correct. IC is directly proportional to IE ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Correct. So that proportionality constant I will remove and I will use the equal equation and I am written the proportionality constant as an B. Here B stand for non-recombined electron. No, sorry, hole. Non-recombined hole. Correct. So non-recombined andre artha eno. Correct. So when J is become forward, all the positively charged carrier, it will be initially shifted to base terminal, right? Correct. It will be shifted to base substrate. Correct. So in the base substrate, there is a chances of an recombination. There is a chances of an recombination. How many holes not involved in the recombination and finally reach to the collector terminal? That electron concentration we are represented with the B. That concentration we are represented with the B. Correct. So if you wanted to calculate the efficiency for the B, efficiency of an B it will be equal to what? How many holes you are injected, how many holes you are going to injected, and how many holes you are collected at the collector terminal. How many holes you are injected at the emitter terminal and how many holes you are collected at the collector terminal. If you wanted to calculate the efficiency of that beep factor, it will be equal to how many holes are present at the collector terminal divided by how many holes we have injected at the emitter terminal. Correct. For the well designed transistor, B will be equal to 1. For the well designed transistor, B will be equal to 1. B will be equal to 1 andre artha eno. Correct. How many holes we are injected at the emitter terminal, all the hole it will be present at the collector terminal. Andre no one hole it will be involved in the recombination process at the base terminal anta artha. Correct. All the hole it will be migrated, or all the hole it will be shifted from emitter terminal to collector terminal. That is the meaning of that. Correct. For the well designed transistor, B will be equal to 1. When B will be equal to 1, the above equation will become IC, it will be equal to IEP. Andre artha eno, the collector current is same as the emitter current. Collector current is same as the emitter current. It is clear? That is the meaning of equation number 1. Correct. So next, coming to the equation number 2. Correct. So the emitter current, it will be constituted due to a two parameter. One is the hole component, the another one is the electron component. Correct. Hole component, the another one is the electron component. Correct. So IEP stand for hole component of an emitter current. IEN stand for electron component of an emitter current. Electron component, hole component. Due to this both the component, your IE current it will be constituted. This is the general equation. This is the general equation. Correct. So now we have calculated IC and we have calculated IE. Correct. The same way how we can discuss the efficiency factor for B, the same way we will calculate the efficiency factor for the emitter injection efficiency. Correct. Emitter injection efficiency. Emitter injection efficiency means what? Means what? Correct. How many hole it will be shifted to base terminal out of injected number of holes. Correct. How many holes it will be shifted to base terminal out of how many you have injected. Correct. So IEP, hole component of emitter current, hole divided by emitter current component. Correct. So now as per your equation number 3, IEP hole divided by, just substitute the value of an IE here. IE value it will be equal to IEP plus IEN. Correct. So this IEP divided by IEP plus IEN, this ratio we are called as emitter injection efficiency. Emitter injection efficiency. It is clear? Correct. And one thing you can calculate here, anyway we have calculated the IC value and we have written an equation for IE. Correct. IC divided by IE, what you are going to get? If I do IC divided by IE, for the common base configuration, output current is collector current, input current is emitter current. We got to know the both the terminal, right? Both the current, right? Now just do the ratio. Now just you take the ratio of these two current, you will get the alpha. You will get the alpha factor here. Correct. So just check it out here. When you are trying to give the relationship between the collector and emitter, means IC divided by IE. Correct. So what is the value of IC? IC it will be equal to B times of IEP. Correct. What is the value of IE? IE it will be equal to IEN plus IEP. Correct. So just now only we have defined IEP divided by IEN plus IEP, we called as an gamma. Gamma stand for emitter injection efficiency. Emitter injection efficiency. Correct. So this equation number 3, I am going to substitute it in this ratio here. Finally, what you are going to get? B times of gamma. B times of gamma. Correct? As per our basic definition, IC divided by IE, it will be equal to alpha. IC divided by IE, it will be equal to alpha. Alpha, it will be equal to B times of gamma. Alpha, it will be equal to B times of gamma. Correct? So here, what is the maximum value of alpha? What is the maximum value of alpha? Anybody? You people have any idea here? What is the maximum value of alpha? For understanding that, I will give you one small example here. Correct? So when we are neglecting the IB, your IC, it will be equal to IE, right? IC, it will be equal to IE when you are neglecting the IB current. Correct? So let us take IB will be equal to 0. When IB will be equal to 0, IC, it will be equal to IE. Correct? When you are going to take the ratio of that, you will get alpha will be equal to 1. Correct? When IC, it will be equal to IE, that time you are going to get alpha, it will be equal to 1. Correct? But practically for maintaining IB, it will be equal to 0. It is highly impossible. Definitely IB, it will be there, but it is the very small quantity. Correct? So when IB is present, correct? So what about the IC value? IC is same as IE or IC is less than IE? Please respond soon. When we are considering yeah, please tell me once again.
IC is less than IE.
Yeah, IC is less than IE, correct? So in the numerator, we have the smaller value than the compared to the denominator, correct? So when you have when we are having this kind of an value, correct, in the numerator as well as it is in the denominator, correct? What is the final result? The final result, it is in the fraction, or final result, it is in the full integer. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ IC ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ IE ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇಂಟೀಜರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ 4 divided by 2 ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ 4 divided by 2 means what is the result 4 divided by 2 please respond soon this is very important derivation as exam in the exam point of view
2
4 divided by 2 the answer is very simple the value it will be 2 correct it is the full integer correct ಅದೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಗ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇದೆ 2 divided by 4 ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ 2 divided by 4 ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 divided by 4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟೀಜರ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತಾ 0.0 ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ವೇನಪ್ಪ
2 ಸರ್
ಯಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇವಾಗ ಇವೆರಡು ಕೇಸ್ನ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ರೇಂಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಇಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟಿ ಯೂನಿಟಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ IC it will be equal to IE ಆದಾಗ IC it will be equal to IE ಆದಾಗ but practically for getting IC it will be equal to IE it is highly impossible just for analysis purpose just for reducing the complexity we are neglecting the IB ಅಷ್ಟೇ but practically IB will be there correct so when IB will be there IC is less than IE when IC is less than IE obviously your alpha it is in the ratio it is in between 0 to 1 it is in between 0 to 1 ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಇಂದ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ನಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಗೈನ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಗೈನ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟಿ ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಯೂನಿಟಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ we are going to get some fractional value correct so in this case this kind of an configuration you are using for an amplification purpose correct so let us take you are providing 10 volt peak to peak as an input signal 10 volt peak to peak as an input signal correct your alpha it will be equal to 0.90 your alpha it will be equal to 0.90 practically correct so your output equation what is the general output equation V naught it will be equal to gain into V in gain 0.9 input 10 volt 0.9 into 10 how much you are going to get ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಬೇಗ 0.9 into 10 it is less than 10 or it is more than 10
less than 10 sir
less than 10 ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಯುವರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಕಾಮನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನಾನು ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್. ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಡಿಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಸೊ 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಗಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಈ ತರ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ನಾನು ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ? ನೋ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ನಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್? ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಮಿಟರ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಮಿಟರ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್? IC is the output current, IB is the input current. Correct. So IC we are already written in equation. Correct. IE is also we are already written in equation, but we don't know the value for IB. Correct. So we will write the equation for IB. Correct. IB it is composed of, correct, IB it is composed of, just check it out here, IEN plus 1 minus B times of IEP. IEN ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳಿ? What is the meaning of IEN? Electron component of the emitter current. Electron component of the emitter current ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ IB ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ IB ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎರಡು ರೀತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ JE is become forward, correct. So all the positively charged carrier, it will be shifting from P type to N type, right? The same way minority charge, I mean what are the electrons, it will be there in the base terminal, base substrate. Even that electron is also, it will be diffusing from N type to P type, N type to P type, correct. So due to the diffusion process, when the electron, it will be moving from base terminal to emitter terminal, due to that process the base current it will be constituting. Base current it will be constituting, correct. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 minus B ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. 1 minus B, correct. What is the meaning of B? B ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? correct, non recombined hole. ನಾನ್ ರೀಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಲ್ ದ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಬೇಸ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಆ ಹೋಲ್ಗಳು ರೀಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗದಲ್ಲೇ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೂವ್ ಟು ದ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್, ರೈಟ್. ದಟ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ, ದಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ B ಅಂತ. That ratio only we are represented as B. 1 minus B means, correct, how many hole it will be involved in the recombination process at the base substrate, correct. So yes to recombination ಆಯ್ತು at the base substrate, correct. So even that parameter also it will be decide the value of B, correct. So due to this two component, your IB it will be defined, or IB it will be existing in the transistor, correct. So this thing only I am represented in the equation number 5, correct. IB it will be equal to IEN plus 1 minus B times of IEP, correct. If you know the IC and IB, just take the ratio of that. If you take the ratio of that, what you are going to get? IC value ಏನಿದೆ as per your equation number 1, B times of IEP, correct. So IB equation number 5, just write the IB value here, correct. What is the IB value? IEN plus 1 minus B times of IEP. It is clear, correct. So now just for simplification purpose, just for getting the B value, what I am going to do here, both numerator and both to the denominator, I am going to do divisible by IE, correct. I am going to do divisible by IE. IE value ಏನಿದೆ? IEN plus IEP, correct. If you do both numerator and denominator by IE value, your equation it will be equal to this thing, correct. Your equation will be this thing. Numeratorly B times of IEP ಇತ್ತು, ಆ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು IB ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಡಿವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್? ವಿಚ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್? IE ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. IE ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು IEN ಪ್ಲಸ್ IEP, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀನಿ? IEN ಪ್ಲಸ್ IEP ಮೈನಸ್ B ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ IEP ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ IEN ಪ್ಲಸ್ IEP ನ ಒಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, B ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ IEP ನ ಒಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಎರಡು ಟರ್ಮ್ಗೂ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಎರಡು ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ಗೂ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ this thing, what you are going to get? IEN plus IEP whole divided by IEN plus IEP. ಇದೆರಡು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇದೆರಡು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆದಾಗ ಬೋತ್ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. 1 ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಫ್ B ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ IEP divided by IEN plus IEP, correct. So from as per our previous discussion, emitter injection efficiency. Emitter injection efficiency value ಏನು gamma. Gamma it will be equal to IEP divided by IEP plus IEN. Correct. So numerator ಕೂಡ IEP divided by IEN plus IEP ಇದೆ. Denominator ಕೂಡ IEP divided by IEN plus IEP ಇದೆ. Correct. So now replace that ratio and put the gamma symbol. Gamma symbol it will be represent emitter injection efficiency. Emitter injection efficiency. Correct. So now your above equation it will be get simplified as B times of gamma whole divided by 1 minus B gamma. Correct. So B gamma na ನಾವು previous equation ಅಲ್ಲಿ alpha ಅಂತ ಕರೆದಿದ್ವಿ. ಹೌದಾ? B ಮತ್ತೆ gamma ನ ನಾವು alpha ಅಂತ ಕರೆದಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದೇ equation ಇಲ್ಲಿ substitute ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. B gamma it will be equal to alpha. 1 minus B gamma it will be equal to alpha. Correct. So alpha whole divided by 1 minus alpha I can called as beta. Alpha whole divided by 1 minus alpha I can called as beta. Correct. So ivaga it is a time to conclude. Correct. So beta is greater than alpha or alpha is less than beta ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾನು conclude ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Correct. So let us take alpha it will be equal to 0.9. ನಾವು ಏನೊಂದು numerical value ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದು from the past discussion we will take the same value. Alpha it will be equal to 0.9. Correct. So now substitute alpha it will be equal to 0.9 into this equation and tell me how much value you are going to get for beta. If you are considering alpha it will be equal to 0.9. Anybody will you tell me what is the value of beta? Simple calculation. Anybody having a calculator with you now? Just do this calculation.
9, sir.
Sir, 9, sir.
9.
Yeah, 0.9 whole divided by 1 minus 0.9. Check it out once again. Correct. So it will be equal to 9. Correct. The same way if you correct. So if you compare to beta and alpha, correct. So beta it will be greater. Correct. Beta it will be equal to greater. Correct. So when beta it will be equal to greater. Correct. So obviously for the current amplification purpose you are going to make it use of a common base or common emitter. ಯಾವ್ದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ ಇವಾಗ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ಗೆ? ಕಾಮನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಮಿಟರ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಯಾವ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Obviously we are going to choose the beta, right? And the beta in essence common emitter configuration. Correct. So what are the transistor we are using in our laboratory? SL100, SK100 and BY107, correct, and so on. So Bell 100, correct. So these are all the different manufacturing company based transistor and all, correct. So that all the transistor having the minimum beta value is greater than 44. The minimum beta value is greater than 44. Correct. SL100 and SK100 and all beta it will be equal to 100 and 150. Beta it will be equal to 100 and 150. Correct. But more than 44. More than 44. Correct. So obviously, correct. So we are going to use the common emitter configuration for the amplification purpose. Correct. So when IC divided by IB it will be equal to beta. Correct. So if you wanted to calculate the output current it will be equal to beta times of IB. Correct. Beta times of IB. Correct. So from this equation one more thing we can conclude here. Just check it out here. Correct. So let us take beta it will be equal to 100. Let us take beta it will be equal to 100. Correct. So when beta it will be equal to 100, correct, very small change. It may be increment or it may be a decrement. Correct. It may be increment or it may be a decrement with respect to IB. Correct. So your IC it will be fluctuating a lot. Your IC is fluctuating a lot. Correct. So when IB it will be equal to 0.2 micro, just check it out the value of IC when beta it will be equal to 150. The same way you can take IB, it will be equal to 50 micro. In that time also you can calculate the value of an IC, correct? So here, correct, directly we can say that the output current, it will be controlled by the input current. The output current, it will be controlled by the input current. Hence, based on this equation only, generally the transistor we are called as current control device. The transistor we are called as current control device. It is clear? You got my point? Based on this equation, just check it out. With respect to IB variation, we are going to control the IC. IC andre ಏನು output current. Output current we are controlled with the fluctuating of IB. Correct? So only we are called as current control device. Your transistor is the current control device. Okay. So now using this all the equations, correct? This is just small derivation. Okay. So using this small this all the equation, we will discuss one problem here. Correct, one small problem. Correct. So let us take let us consider one circuit here. Correct. So the transistor I am configured in the common emitter mode. For biasing this particular transistor, correct, into an active mode, I am using a two DC source here, two different DC source here. Correct. So anybody, will you tell me? Correct. So which type of a transistor I am considering here? It is the NPN transistor or it is the PNP transistor?
PNP.
It is the PNP transistor, correct? So when we have taken the PNP transistor, correct? So here we need to calculate it, what is the IB current and what is the IC current and what is the IE current and what is the VCE value. This all the things we have to calculate here, correct? So in some problem, in the question itself, he is going to give the value of an beta directly. Beta it will be equal to 100, beta it will be equal to 150, or beta it will be equal to 50. Correct. So using that directly you can compute so on so parameter, or otherwise, correct. So indirectly he is going to give the value of beta here. Correct. So beta can also be calculated with the help of this ratio, tau p divided by tau t. Tau p divided by tau t. Anybody, will you tell me what is tau p and what is tau t? ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಟೌ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? IC divided by IB, it is beta. Beta can also be calculated with respect to another formula, tau p divided by tau t. What is generally tau stand for?
The average time.
Exactly. Average time of what? Of the whole. Correct. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ. Correct. So tau t ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ tau t ಮತ್ತೆ tau p. Correct. So tau p ಅಂದ್ರೆ total lifetime of the whole. Total lifetime of the whole. Tau t ಅಂದ್ರೆ the transition time ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಹೋಲು ಎಮಿಟರ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಇಂದ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ಗೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಸ್ ನ ಅದು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ಫೈನಲಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನ ನಾನು ಟೌ ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀನಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನ ನಾನು ಟೌ ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀನಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ the overall andre average lifetime of the whole, right? The transition time, it is less than the average lifetime of the whole. Correct. So let us take illond ಎರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು. tau p 100 microsecond ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, tau t 0.1 microsecond ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Correct. So tau p divided by tau t, tau p 10 micro, tau t 0.1 micro, it will be gives 100. It will be gives 100. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೀಟಾ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ಇವಾಗ? 100 ಆಯ್ತು. Correct. So ಈ ರೀತಿನಾದ್ರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ with respect to tau t, you can calculate the value of beta. That is the one way. The second way, directly he will give the beta value. With the help of that beta value, you can calculate the IC, IB and IE value. It is clear? Okay. So now how we are going to calculate all the parameter IC, IB, IE and VCE. Correct. So this thing we will discuss it in the next period. Next period means fourth period. Okay, I will take the fourth period also today. Okay, we will discuss this and we will move to the another concept, BJT fabrication. Okay, so any doubt here?
No, sir.
Any doubt in today's class? ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ? Only 41 students are present. Please inform to your friends. ಅವ್ರು ಏನೋ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಈ ಸರಿನೂ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ನ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಮೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರನೇ ಪ್ರಮೋಟ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಅದು ಪಾಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ.